Ladies and gentlemen, we have a busy week in tech news, including a crazy pre-built PC rental scam. My goodness gracious, it was so dry the last 2 weeks that finally we're getting some moisture. Intel is all over the news with not only Battlemage graphics cards, we have release dates, pricing, and some information on specs that we're gonna talk about, but Intel also, their CEO stepped down. Now they have two CEOs. What? Will that improve Intel and what they can offer? Let's find out. Come with me today because we have a lot to talk about. Also, I made predictions on this Intel stuff and they all came true. Just last week, we talked about Intel's surprise Battlemage release, and we have more updates for you that we're gonna get into in a few minutes. But first, the other big piece of Intel news is that they seem to be shaking things up because Intel's CEO is stepping the fwick down. In his place, the company is being led by two CEOs, like Gladiator 2, because that turned out so great. Hail Dundas! That was for you, Tim. After the year Intel has had, I'm not at all surprised, but this article on Tom's Hardware dives a little deeper into the situation. Let's check it out. Pat Gesslinger retires, effective immediately. Two co-CEOs step in. Oh my goodness, David Zinzer, he's very good. And Michelle Johnson. Intel stock price is down 61% since Pat took over. There it is.
Our path was set by the travel agency.
That's for schoolgirls. Now here's a route with some chest hair.
If it stink like shit,
and it's decreased in 61%.
And it decreases 61%, the shareholders are pissed, then it's shit. Pat spent more than 40 years at Intel. Wow. Intel's press release doesn't indicate his future plans, I'm guessing unemployment for a brief period. There have been many reports that Intel's board of directors is exploring a plan to split the company and spin off the foundry business. So Intel might have a little bit of restructuring going on here. I'm curious what happens, especially with some new products coming in. The company had recently undergone a series of extreme cost-cutting measures as it struggles to return to profitability. So they've had layoffs and all sorts of 15,000 employees laid off. Potentially up to 18,000, with the initial headcount of 116. So that's a pretty decent decrease in staffing. The most severe layoff in Intel's 56-year history. I mean, my goodness. Yeah, Intel's in trouble. They have two CEOs now. We've talked about this in previous videos. In fact, we've foreshadowed a lot of this. If you go back and look at previous news, you would ask, like, what does Intel need to do? Leadership, we're like, they need a new CEO. If it's all the way down to the product where it's like the product is having issues, they're blaming it on board partners and all this stuff, and motherboard manufacturers, it ends up being microcode, like there's a aura of non-accountability, and that usually comes from the top. So this is definitely the first step to fixing that. Well, if you watch tech YouTube, you've probably seen the absolute shitstorm that is swirling around NZXT. And if you aren't familiar, I can catch you up. This is Steve from Gamers Nexus, or as the internet has affectionately named him, Tech Jesus. Now, Steve and the Gamers Nexus channel have made it their calling to do deep dives on companies in the tech industry and investigative scams, poor customer support, or really any big piece of tech news. If there's been a scandal or a piece of drama in the PC industry, Gamers Nexus has probably covered it. The latest of these was a PC manufacturer, goes by the name of NZXT. We've all heard about them. NZXT started a rental program on top of the pre-built PCs that they sell. This rental program is insane for many, many reasons, and this article on The Verge does a great job of explaining the situation. Let's take a peek. Gamers Nexus made a video that points out NZXT changed the specs and prices of PC models day to day in some instances, and offers PCs with very different setups under similar model names depending on whether you're looking to buy or rent. It's an hour-long video. You should go watch it for sure to get the full context. I'll be totally transparent. The idea of like being able to rent a PC isn't inherently, I don't think, like a terrible idea. It's the terms and what people are paying that I think is really where people are getting kind of caught up on this and not getting things that they're promised. When big blowups happen in SIs where they are taking advantage of customers, a lot of people think, oh man, this is really good for you guys. Maybe to an extent we get some of these sales that may have gone to NZXT, but at the end of the day, it does us no good to have a stain on pre-built companies continue to happen over and over. It just makes it harder for companies like us to go about our business and try to build it the right way. when stuff like this comes up. We don't like that, right, Tanner? We don't like it. No. Intel Battlemage graphics cards are real. We've got pricing, we've got a release date, and I was almost exactly correct with my predictions from last week. Intel just seems to be making massive changes due to this year of failures, and the biggest being not one, but two new Intel Arc Battlemage graphics cards. This article on videocars.net tells us everything that we need to freaking know. Why don't you take a look, Tano? Come with me, Tano. You have two wolves inside of you, and they're both Battlemage cards. Intel Arc Battlemage is launching December 12th. ASRock Steel Legend Intel Arc card. Boy, we looked at this last week, and Tanner said it was the most beautiful card he'd ever seen.
No.
Oh boy. So you got the Arc B580, starting at $249, available December 13th. The B570 is the $219 variant, starting at MSRP January 16th. So around that CES kind of time frame. Intel wants its Battlemage GPUs to disrupt the market, but, and this is important, will not compete in the high-end tier. Instead, and I think this is smart, they want to target the entry or mid-range level comparable to the 4060 series. It's smart in terms of volume movers. It's smart in terms of people who are like really deciding what to do with their budget for the GPUs. And that's why I think you see a lot of people choosing AMD GPUs in that level, because they're looking at things like the VRAM and all that stuff and budget, and they sometimes go AMD. Intel is saying, what if we came to the table with a more competitively priced card that had similar performance? What would happen? It features 20 Xe2 cores. This model ships with 12 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory across a 192-bit memory bus. It boosts up to 2.67 gigahertz and even higher performance available in custom designs from board partners like ASRock. Now, it might be a little bit more from board partners. In fact, I would imagine if you look at the ASRock card, it will not be $249. Imagine it'll be a little bit closer to the high 200s. Just the nature of board partners and like they mentioned, some enhanced performance. We'll see what that looks like. There's a cosmetic side as well. So this is the one that comes out in January, closer to CES. This is the 10 gigabyte GDDR6 card. Lower memory bandwidth, 2.5 gigahertz for the B570. This is how Intel's gonna pitch this, because they know NVIDIA is the king when it comes to ray tracing, right? But their whole pitch, this entire card, both these cards, is value. If you're looking 4060 Ti, this is something to keep an eye out for, because the price is right, Bob. And for this one, producer Tanner actually has someone calling the line for this next story. Hold on. Hello? You're trying to reach me about my Lenovo's extended warranty? Oh my goodness God, what is on Reddit? Lenovo charged me $3.5 million to extend the battery warranty for 33 months. Should I take it? Let's see the screenshot. The customer goes to Lenovo's site and says, maybe I'm interested in a little bit of an upgrade. Lenovo spits this sexy number out, $3.562 million to upgrade their warranty on a sealed battery. There are savings to be had though. Tanner pointed this out, is very smart. 21-month extension, 1.5. There are deals to be had. Well, let's read some of the comments on this. I'm actually pretty interested. You could have bought 4,375 $800 laptops instead. That's a new laptop every week for 84 years. But what if your battery fails on you? You know who's not charging $3.5 million for anything? Meta PCs! Guys, this week's ad is a Meta PCs ad, which is weird because every new segment that we've done has been a Meta PCs ad. And what I love about you guys is you never skip these ads. You keep them going, you keep them in your hearts. Are you saying they're skipping them?
No.
And I want you to see this PC right here. This PC, Tanner built himself, and it's not for sale. You know why? Tanner doesn't know how to build a PC, but our professional builders here at Meta PCs do. In fact, here's some B-roll of our builders putting together your system with care, love, and tender love and care, all the above. Go to metapcs.com, get yourself a custom build, ready to ship desktop, laptop, and not one of these that Tanner built. These are terrible. You can't even rent these. Go to metapcs.com, buy a new PC today. Love you so much. Guys, gaming news. Welcome to the gaming news segment. Indiana Jones comes out on Monday.
Yay.
More gaming news. Steam sales ended on December 4th. Can we all pour one out, pour a little zero sugar Dr. P out for the Steam sale. But don't worry, Steam sales are always to be had. In fact, I just want to let you guys know there's some new Steam sales coming up on December 19th, and it ends on January 2nd. So that'll get you through the end of the year. Buy some games to play instead of hanging out with your family. They're nagging you. Just lock the door, play some games. You can ride it out till January 2nd when the holidays are over. Sound good?
Yeah.
I'm here to help. I want to bring my 2 extra dads in here today to wrap up the show. Come on, guys. Come on in. These are my 2 bonus dads, Xander and Xavier. Guys, thank you so much for watching. My 2 dads would appreciate it so much if you would like, subscribe, leave a comment if I should bring on my other 2 dads next week.
That one's a super daddy-o.
It's my super dad.
Other 2 dads?
See you next week.